This is my grandpa, and his name's Clayton Skrede. And we're going to talk about World War II. My grandpa served in World War II. And I'm just going to ask him some basic questions, and then I'm going to show a little bit about what he did. He has some medals and stuff, and then I'll just show that. Okay. So, let's see. What what year did the interview start? Or I mean the war start?
I was drafted in 1943, drafted by the Army to serve in the infantry. I served in the infantry in North Africa and Italy for 3.5 years.
So 3.5 years altogether, or in
Total.
each total?
Total.
Total, okay. How old were you when they...
18.
You were 18 when they drafted you? So, I don't get how they drafted you. Did they just...
Well, yeah, the law said when you turned 18 you had to register with the draft.
Yeah,
Otherwise you'd go to jail.
yeah.
And then as soon as your birthday come, you had to report to Army base, to basic training for 13 weeks, and then they sent you overseas.
Oh, okay, I see. So, what was the basic training like?
Basic training was very difficult. It was get you fully conditioned, and you learn how to shoot rifles.
Have you ever shot anything before that?
Oh yeah, I had a hunt,
Yeah,
squirrel hunting and stuff like
but
that.
nothing
Nothing.
too big.
No.
Yeah.
And
So,
they really got you really hard. When you got done training, you were ready for anything.
ready for anything. So, would you wake up really early and just train all day long?
Well, they get you up at 6, and you go to bed at 9 every night, 5 days, 6 days a week,
So
13 weeks.
where did you do training at?
Camp Cross, South Carolina.
South Carolina. So it must have been, was it warm when you were training out in South Carolina?
Yeah, it was
Humid?
summertime.
So, what kind of stuff would you do for training? Would they just make you run and just
Run,
shoot?
and calisthenics every morning,
What's that?
where you jump up and down, and wave
Yeah.
your arms. That's calisthenics, it's called.
Yeah.
Exercising.
So did you ever have to go underwater and hold your breath?
No,
for-
no, not
Nothing like that?
No, if you were in the Navy, then you'd have
Then
to.
you'd have to do that.
Yeah.
So you weren't necessarily,
This is just Army.
this is just on land, right?
You're learning just to fight.
Okay, on land, okay,
That's
I
all
see.
you're learning.
So you went in there for 13 weeks in South Carolina, and then they sent you off to...
Then you had a 7-day furlough to go home and see your parents.
Oh, okay. So what was that like when you went home for 7 days?
It wasn't very long. And
Yeah, you wish you could stay longer.
You had to report back to get on the ship and go to North Africa.
Yeah. Okay, so you went home for 7 days. What, were you just totally down with going to see them
Well,
for
you're
7
18
days?
years old. You don't know what's coming ahead. You're told this, and you didn't dare to even think of anything
Think
else.
of anything that's gonna happen, yeah.
Not like today.
But do you definitely think you weren't prepared for what you were about
Oh
to
no,
go do?
I was hard as nails. I was ready.
Yeah.
I was ready for
You're ready for it.
Ready to kill, they said.
So, what did your family think about it?
Well, the parents were shocked that, that I had to
Yeah.
go in the infantry. And, they needed bodies over there real bad. So
Oh, yeah.
they sent the young. They sent the young, not old.
Because the young is what you need.
Well, the young don't think of it.
Yeah.
They'll obey orders without thinking.
Yeah. So, this is my understanding of the war. We needed more people because wasn't Italy getting really...
Well, Germany had conquered a lot of countries by then, so then they sent over to North Africa to occupy the army, German army, so they couldn't conquer too much more
than...
all
See,
they
I
had.
had no idea they were all the way down in Africa. So
Yeah.
he was planning on taking over basically the whole
Well,
world.
the world, but we had to start somewhere,
And then work your way to Europe. You couldn't just...
Yeah, you couldn't invade over there right away. You had to drag it out a little.
Yeah.
And take some of their surplus equipment.
So what was...
So we fought 3 years, 3 years before the Normandy invasion, that type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So it helped get ready for that, I guess.
So the
It
war,
it was a forgotten war.
yeah,
Nobody knew about it. Hardly anybody knew about the war. We didn't have any TV or any newspaper
type of
correspondence.
communication
No,
stuff to let
none,
people know about it.
None.
So just basically the soldiers knew about what was going on.
Yeah, we were a small army, you know, we had probably 100,000 troops over there, is all. Small.
So did you have any like friends that had to be drafted too?
No,
Nobody you knew really had to be
No.
drafted?
no, not really. Well, a lot of the people went, you know, I didn't know where they went.
Yeah,
You don't
but,
know.
yeah. So you didn't get to serve with like any of your friends or
No.
anything like that?
No.
Okay, I see. Let's see, what else? So what type of like, so how long were you down in Africa for?
Well, we landed in North Africa, and then the army was already marching and fighting, and then we got on a boxcar and a train and rode 26 days on a train
Oh,
to get where the front lines was. And then we got out and joined the 34th Infantry Division and started into combat. That's where I shot my first human being.
yeah. So what was it like down there? Was it really warm down there?
Yeah, it was warm and very depressing. The people were devastated.
Yeah.
No food, no water, no nothing. It was all.
So wait, had Hitler come down there, his army?
No,
Had
his
they?
army, yeah, they.
Yeah, but had they taken all of their supplies from
Yeah, they.
Africa?
Yeah,
So they were basically trying to starve them and stuff.
Well, they were trying to. They took up everything. You know.
Yeah.
It was.
So by the time you guys got there, the army, Hitler's army was already there.
Oh yeah, they beat us up pretty bad for quite a while. And
Yeah.
We finally wore them down and pushed them back and pushed them out of North Africa or into Italy. Then we fought in Italy for the next 2 years.
So you fought in Africa for a year then.
Yeah.
What kind of, I don't know, what kind of stuff did you see there? I mean, was it?
Well, it was desert country. I can't remember all about it, but
Yeah.
it was flat. A lot of when we were into the battle, we were running a lot of them to catch up to the Germans, and it was.
So how far do you think you'd have to run at times? With all your gear, would you have to run with all that stuff?
You carried your rifle,
Yeah.
and that's about all you carried, and canteen water, because you had to have water. And you just ran from hill to hill, that type of thing, and they ran backwards or whatever. Then they'd stop, and then we'd stop,
Yeah.
shoot each other. Whatever.
So
Crazy war. Not like the war today,
yeah.
with all the bombing.
It was more.